Just heard somebody's voice. Sound like four, what the golfers shout to tell you to duck. That's what it sounded like. Alright, somebody's coming behind us, shouting at the dog, I think. Right, I'm here at the road now. There's a bench seat there on the right. Somebody's shouting at the dog up ahead here. There's a drainage duct goes down there, look. You can see all the water running down there and joining the river just there. That's why there's handrails here to stop you going down there, because you're right above it. You see the different coloured water. Right, so I'm at the road here now, and there's the information board starting to get overgrown with ivy. And here's the metal gates that you squeeze through. I'll just scan my camera over it. That's where it's called Worrell Bank. WHORRAL, Worrell Bank. So that's what's on that wooden marker post pointing across the road where I parked the car, where I couldn't read it properly because it was still quite dark and it was wearing away. But there's the viaduct, and that's where an old photograph of the Lady Well with the Lady Chapel just visible down the broad path. So that's what it was like where that well is, where I took the photographs of the etching in the stone, and then further along was the ruins of the Lady Chapel, Lady Well Chapel. Right. Right, so 75 yards where that guy is with his dog now, turn left there, and then cross over the green metal bridge, across the river, and then double back on myself. But when I first drove up here to do this walk, I drove up this way, came into Morpeth this way, and then I parked at the top of the road where you drive in to go and see the domestic waste disposal place. That's where I parked the car, and we just walked back down here and then went along the pathway, because I didn't know my way around then when I first came here. So I just looked at the maps to see how you drove to get here, and up this bank, Worrell Bank. Right, so this is the luxury cat and dog place on your left. There's your sign, WANSBECK's luxury boarding kennels and pet grooming, luxury cat chalets. So it's for cats or dogs. I've just seen a white dog across the other side of the river there. So somebody's just gone across the bridge. So this car park's for the kennels only. It's a private car park. So you couldn't park here and go for a walk along the river. It's private. Well, this is where you get on the bridge just here. Squeeze through this metal railing. You know, Sundays we are open 11:30 AM till 12:30 and 5 PM to 6 PM only. That's because it's Sundays. Right, I thought it was green metal bridge, so my memory serves as well. So we'll walk across the middle of the bridge and point my camera in both directions. It's a heavy duty, sturdy bridge, just like full of metal plates on these big, huge metal girders. Now, the first time I came here, I used to go off to the right, and then you go up a dirty, clanging, muddy path to get up onto the top field. And then I thought, right, I'm going to go that way to see if I can get along the river. And then I found out alternative ways to get up onto the fields at the top. Right, so that's looking upriver. As you can see, it's quite wide. It's coming right across to the embankments. It's flowing quite fast as well. That's looking downriver. So this river goes all the way to the coast, northeast coast. Right, so when I first came along here, like I say, I went up there past this wooden gate where you can see the yellow disc with the arrow on it, and you go up that way, and eventually it takes you around, and then there's a really thick, gooey mud path that you've got to get up to get up into the top of the where the railway bridge is, Coopy's Lane they call it. And there's a pathway continue to go along the river that way. I don't know where it takes you out though. I've never been along that one yet. But I'm going back along this way towards the viaduct. Continue with my journey. But I just wanted to show you the different pathways. Right. So it's just saying the public footpath, but it doesn't tell you where it's going to. But that's to go further into Morpeth and follow the river along, I think. And that's just to go across back over to Coopy's Lane, where you can get on the way I'm going back down to meet the car. Back at the past that Clark's Bog Nature Reserve, the green hut that I passed first thing this morning. Takes you back that way. But I'm going this alternative way. Right, so this road going off to the right is an access road that takes you up to some buildings at the top right there. But I'm going along the river here. These must have been off the bridge at one time because it's the same metal girders. Might have been like a gate system to stop vehicles driving over it. Yeah, through all this thick mud. Right, so as you can see, that road's just going up and round to the right, and there's a house or something up there. I can't remember where it is. But I've looked at the map when I was looking to see if you could get along this way and all to go back. Right, so when you look across the other side now, you can see all those massive boulders. That is being placed on the side of the embankment to stop it rotting, because after it rains, and this river does not run fast and wide and forceful, so that's why they had to build the embankment, because the road's just above us, so they don't want that collapsing into here with a heavy weight of traffic all the time. Right, so you can see all the huge boulders, look, built up to protect the embankment. And here we go, permit holders again only. I think they're sending a clear message. They don't want anybody fishing here for fish for free. We want your money, as usual. Same as car parking spots, same as National Trust car parks. We want your money. We councils want your money in our pockets, so that we can give it to our leaders and our masters. Right, looks like this is going to be my first obstacle. That's this is the two big trees that have come over. Now, I think I can get past the bottom of the roots here. If not, you can see where people have gone up there and gone round. But I think I'll be able to step over. I'll duck underneath this first tree. What size these? It's a doubler and all. Right. So still plenty of people being along this side, because it's not like a popular trek along this side of the river. It's mostly people walking along that side. Just got the odd dog walker or adventurer like me coming along this side, just to see how far you can get along and see if there's anything worth looking at. So if anybody's watching these videos, dog walkers, I highly recommend this walk, but just put decent footwear on for plodging through all this mud and water, as you can see. Slurp, slurp, suction, suction. Right, so that's where I've just walked along the pathway on that side. Normally you can see other people walking along and hear them talking, because the sound carries. I think that's been like a water inspection hatch of some sort, because it's up-to-date bricks, it's not an old thing. But because I've got good boots on, I'm just going for it, wading through the thick mud and water. I'll just have to clean my boots off a little bit before I jump in the car. On that grass that I've parked up on, I'll just scrape all the sides and get any thick mud off. Now the likes of here, you see I can let Bear off running along off his lead once I get past that, because there's hardly anybody walks along this side, but I'll have to put him on his leader again when I got back up onto the top fields, farmers' fields, because that's where you might come across sheep or cattle or horses. Now there's a collection pen here for pheasants, I think. It had wire mesh all over it at one time, so they would have put the birds in there before releasing them for the guys to come and shoot the buggers. Or it's been some sort of, I wonder if it's been part of mining or something, because it's a walkway like grid there, and it looks like there's a big concrete slab, there's a gap underneath it. So I wonder if they put something across the top of here, because it could have been something to do with a mining hole. So you can see one of the streams that comes down the hill to meet the river over there, look. There's two drops. Right, so there's a couple more trees across the path here, further up. But I should be able to just step over them, hopefully. Last thing I want to be doing is sit my ass on a wet tree to flick my legs over. So I think you'll be able to go down the left and go past them and just get back up on the path when you do get past them. Yeah. Or go around to the right there. You can see where people have gone around to the left here. There's a big grey heron just flying up. It's just landed on the side of the embankment, further up there, about 75 yards up. Probably that one that I seen earlier on, perched on the tree branch. So I'm hoping that the photographs I've taken of them turn out pretty good. That's why I always take 2 or 3, because if you move your camera slightly, you get a blur. So especially when you put zoom on. So I tend to take 2 to 3 pictures just to make sure I get at least one good clear one. And that helps to enhance your video when you say, oh, look at that. And then you put the picture in the video. Because it's 20.3 megapixels, the photographs. So it enhances it pretty good. Show you what I'm looking at and pointing out. So I'm trying to work out how far this walk is approximately, because obviously on the wooden marker post it says Worrell Bank. I'm sure it says 2.25 miles. So from the car park it's 2.25 to the car where I've just crossed over, and then I'm going back another 2.25, so that's 4.5 with the added bits on. Where I'm going now, I would say like it's a between a 6 and 8 mile walk by the time we get back to Dunce's houses, the way I've parked the car. Because obviously you're not walking in a direct straight line, you're going round and round and round, and ups and downs. Right, so that's a train just gone across the viaduct again. So I'm getting close again to get back to it. Right, so my GoPro 8 has been recording time-lapse ever since I left the car as well. Well, just before, because I was running the engine for about 10 minutes before I left the car, so half an hour. So I've noticed like when I first start watching me time-lapses, there's like the car is obviously vibrating, so it looks like the video is vibrating slightly, and then you can see where I turn the key to turn the engine off, it goes off straight again, flat, and there's no jumpity. Oh, more tea there. Oh. Put some vinegar on that. So this is just a nice quiet section of the river going back towards the viaduct on this side, not the popular tourist side. And locals. Well, my daughter contacted us the other day and says, Dad, good news, I'm not working Christmas Day, so Christmas Day dinner is on again. I went, oh great, lovely. And that's one thing I really look forward to, family get together and eating a nice Christmas dinner. That's what makes it for me. It's not so much the gifts or the presents and, you know, Christmas trees and cards and stuff, it's the dinner and the fact that it brings the family together, spend time in the same sitting room and talking about different things and having a laugh. And she always makes a nice dinner. She gets 2 different joints of meat, so we can have a bit of, you know, different things. Lots of different veg, and nice gravy. So as you can see where the water comes up, because there's like rags catching up on branches on the side of the water back the embankment there. Right, more snap trees and across the pathway here. Oh, look at this, there's all clarky mud. That's why there's a path going up there on this bit of an embankment. Try and escape this lot. But like I said, because I've got my good boots on, I'm just grin and bear and just walk through it. Slurp, slurp. Which I'm doing now. Just every now and again, one of those waves just like overturns on the set and you see the white. That's where you hear it. There's more on the other side, where it's getting pushed around the corner. I'm just looking back where I've just come along. Quiet, there's nobody around. It's great. Haven't even seen anybody on the other side yet, coming back away. Just those last bunch of people that passed me just before I got to the road. They'll be well over towards Bothell Bank now. Right, more snap trees to get underneath here. It's a bit worrying sometimes, no, like the way they're precariously resting on the limbs, so if they snap as you're going underneath it, that whole weight of the tree just comes crashing down on your head and your neck and just break your bloody spine, snap your back, and you'll be a wheelchair for the rest of your life. Right, so when you make a start, just keep going until you get well past it as quick as you can. Oh, look at this, look there. It's just getting more and more and more trees across the pathway here. Right, let's have a look and see what the situation is. Cock my leg over, and then drag this one over, and squeeze between these two branches. And have to duck under this one.